Well, thanks, guys. I am going to show you what is going to be the latest and greatest thing in sports cars. This is the brand new Aston Martin DB11, and Matthew Clark is here from Aston Martin. Matthew, how important is this car to you?
Well, it's the quintessential British GT, and this really is the backbone of Aston Martin. So replacing the DB9, this is the car I think that we are most synonymous with, a proper GT car.
All right, so what's under the hood? Let's talk about all the specs, what gets people excited.
Under the hood, you can see a glimpse of it here, this wonderful new twin-turbo Aston Martin V12 5.2 litre engine, 600 brake horsepower, top speed of over 200 miles an hour, and it will get you from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds.
All right, amazing car. That's the cutaway, which you get to see, but unless you buy one, you don't get to see the real thing. This is only for show for those people that have put their money down for one. The new DB11 shown for the first time here. There's a lot of interesting things about this car. To build it, Aston Martin took 6 months to find someone that would actually make the hood for them because it's such a huge piece of metal and they had to press the whole thing. This is not a separate fender. This is the whole piece, and it opens up. The headlights stay in place. Differently from a lot of cars, what Aston Martin did is took it to the designers and said, design me a perfect DB car, which they did, and then they took it to the engineers afterwards and said, please, could you now engineer this beautiful design that we have? Let's talk about what it takes to make this car. 250 hours it takes, so there's 168 hours in a week. If you were working 24/7, it would take a week and a half just to make one of these vehicles, and 50 hours alone is for the paint. Inside, 1 million stitches, hand-stitched by a single seamstress on the inside, and the great Aston Martin seamstresses can look at this car and tell you who actually stitched it just by looking at the style of the stitches. One of the most exciting things that I've seen about this car is they didn't want a big spoiler on the back. They actually wanted a very smooth line at the back. So they have the air intake here by the rear quarter panel window. The air comes in here and it comes out of the back, and that's what causes your downforce. When you go over 200 miles an hour, you want to make sure that those back wheels actually stay on the road. So Richard, you are the general manager here at Aston Martin of San Diego. Tell me about this paint, the hand painted, right?
Well, Aston Martin is the only car manufacturer that hand paints their vehicles. In fact, there are 7 layers of paint on this car. It takes over 50 hours just to paint this vehicle.
So tell me about getting one of these. If I want one in my driveway, what do I have to do?
Well, come down to the dealership. We're down here on the corner of Balboa and Convoy in San Diego, and one of our brand specialists can certainly help you go through and custom order your vehicle.
All right, I'm going to ask him to get the paperwork ready for me. I'll throw it back to you guys at the studio.